What's up, guys? Thass here. Super excited to make this video. I just put out a video about Mistweaver and all the changes that's coming in 9.1 to it. So now I'm going to go over the other spec of monk that I play, which is Brewmaster. I am a monk main due to Mistweaver not being super great at the beginning of Shadowlands. I played a lot of Vengeance DH just because it was completely broken, did insane damage, and you know, this game is very meta heavy in a lot of ways. So especially at the beginning of the expansion and you're trying to learn and stuff like that, it's a lot easier, especially if you don't have a core group to do a lot of things with. If you just kind of play what's meta, and if you luck out and your class is meta, great. If not, then, you know, if you want to play at a high level and stuff like that, you're going to have to, you know, learn to play some other classes. So I made a lot of videos on Vengeance DH. I had a lot of things over the past 4 or 5 months. And all the content that you guys see me have been on Vengeance DH. And to be honest, Vengeance DH is something I picked up at the beginning of Shadowlands. Didn't really play it a bunch before. Like I said, I am a monk main at heart. So all the changes to Mistweaver in 9.1 is going to make me be able to play my class in the content that I want to, which is arenas on Mistweaver, which also means that I get to go back to playing Brewmaster and high keys. Brewmaster was never bad in the beginning of Shadowlands. It's a solid tank. But Vengeance DH just shit on everyone, you know, like, you know, Decree was broken, and so it was just doing disgusting damage. So, but Brew's not bad. Brew's a really good tank. It's a smooth tank. You have a insane amount of utility. And to be honest, when you run Kyrian as Brewmaster, you do a shit ton of damage as well within your cooldowns, right? Weapons of Order for Brew is super insane because it pairs really, really well with the only legendary you should be running with Brewmaster, and that's Stormstout's Last Keg. So I'm going to go over just kind of basic Brewmaster stuff. I'm going to go over talents, what you should run, what you shouldn't run, and legendaries, and even a little bit of Covenant stuff, just because the next couple months I'm going to be kind of playing around with Covenants. Even though, as long as nothing changes, I will be probably sticking Kyrian, both from Mistweaver and Brewmaster. But well, like I said, we're still getting changes from the PTR, so a lot of things could change from them. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go over some Brewmaster stuff. Okay, so first things first is we'll go over the talents. This first row is completely up to you. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. If you want an extra button, Chi Wave is cool. Chi Burst is pretty good damage, solid group healing. If you want to play that to have a little more utility, I just run Eye of the Tiger, just because it's really good passive damage and good passive healing. This is another row that's complete preference. I always run Tiger's Lust. I never run Chi Torpedo as Brewmaster. Having a Tiger's Lust, because you can get slowed. There are some mobs that slow you. There are some things that slow you in dungeons. And so being able to, as a tank, hit Tiger's Lust and, you know, get the GTFO, then it's always nice. So I always run that personally. You can kind of run what you want, but I advise running Tiger's Lust. This row here, I think Spitfire is really cool. Talent, but Light Brewing is just too good. It's too good not to run it. Always run Light Brewing. Never take anything but Light Brewing. It reduces the cooldown of your brews, your Purifying Brew, and Celestial Brew. So definitely always run it. This right here, always run ROP. There's Skittish is gone, and you know, in BFA, Skittish was a big thing. So on Skittish weeks, you would run summon Black Ox statue. Now you can still run this in certain situations if you really want to, but there's really no need for it. Always run ROP, especially with this meta right now and the way tanks are. Even though they got a little buff, it's still a kite meta, so you still definitely want to have ROP to help you survive and live and run away. So always run ROP. I run Healing Elixir right now because I pug a lot of keys. Bob and Weave is a really good talent, and when you get into high keys, 20 like one-shotty keys, always dampen. Never anything else, always dampen. So when you get up into the high keys, you always run Dampen Harm. It's way too good not to run it. It's just another defensive that Brewmaster has, along with its crazy mitigation already. So I run Healing Elixir right now just because pugging keys, it's a lot easier. Just keep yourself alive. You know, pug healers while you're trying to gear up and go through lower N+. can be a little iffy. So anything you can do to help yourself survive, so you could take pressure off, you know, maybe someone who doesn't play a lot of N+ or the game a lot, is better. That's why I run that now. But always dampen in higher keys. Now this this right here, to me, rushing Jadewind is overall more damage. All the top Brewmasters, you'll see them always rushing Jadewind. It's just good overall consistent damage. I hate pressing this button over and over and over and over and over again. It's really clunky in the Brewmaster rotation. You can macro it into things. Like I have a macro that's blackout kick into rushing Jadewind, blackout kick into rushing Jadewind. So you can do stuff like that, but it's just very clunky. I'm not a fan of it personally, so I never really run it. I run Exploding Keg. It's really, really good because it's a massive hit of damage initially, which gives you a lot of threat. Rushing Jadewind, like if you run rushing Jadewind, you're going to have to, you know, roll in, spinning crane kick to get, you know, pretty much small aggro and everything. And then with the way the meta is right now, and a lot of these classes that you'll be playing with is real bursty. So you most likely have to keg smash, double keg smash into breath, and then hope that's enough damage for you to keep aggro. If you run Exploding Keg, like we'll go ahead and I'll just show you the damage initially right off the jump here. So like this is your mob here. Do current segment. I'm on current segment. Okay, this is your mob here. You're gonna roll in, spinning crane kick, and then boom. And it's really solid damage right off the jump. Like right there, it did, you know, 22k. So you're gonna get threat right off the jump for that, right? If you're not running spinning crane kick, if you're not running Exploding Keg, what you would do, you'd literally go in, spinning crane kick, keg smash, breath into keg smash. Now, like look at my damage there. I only peaked at about 4k overall, and against some classes, like I run with a lot of Fury Warriors, you know, they just pop off and they rip aggro really easily. That's not going to be enough. I like running Exploding Keg because it just helps with threat and people ripping aggro off of you. So, and down here, always high tolerance, never anything else. Celestial Flames ass, Blackout combos ass, always high tolerance. It's just you're in higher keys, you're going to be in Red Stagger a lot, and you just gain a lot of haste for it. So just always pick this, never pick anything else. This is the best. So basic talents for Brewmaster. Brewmaster did get changed compared to BFA. I know this probably went over 1 million times already since Shadowlands has been out, and there's other Brewmaster videos, but I'll still go over what the change was. In BFA, it was Iron Skin Brew spam. So you would go in and use Iron Skin Brew, you do your damage rotation, you know, Blackout Strike, Iron Skin Brew, Purify, that was just it. That was your mitigation, right? To keep up Stagger, which is the main mitigation for Brewmaster. Well, they changed it, and it is now Shuffle. So this is how the old Brewmaster was, and Shuffle, as long as you're doing your rotation, it'll always be up, right? So you never have to worry about keeping your actual mitigation up as Brewmaster. So when you come in, you spinning crane kick, there's Shuffle, keg smash, breath, spinning crane kick, keg smash. It's just always up, right? Like you'll always have Shuffle up. Now, what differs on how you clear your high stagger, and this is the change that Brewmaster had. So you have Purifying Brew, which are 2 charges. So say you get in high stagger, I'm at really, really high stagger, right? You know, I'm in the red on stagger. You want to Purifying Brew, which clears 50% of your damage, right? And then it increases the next absorption of your Celestial Brew, which is the additive that they added into Shadowlands, which is essentially like Guard. They took out Guard and they gave you Celestial Brew, right? So you Purifying, right? I can't Purify because I don't have any stagger, but you Purifying and then you Celestial Brew. And it will, depending on the amount of stagger, or amount of stagger that you cleared, is how big your shield will be. So that's Brewmaster in a nutshell, right? Go in, keep Shuffle up by doing your rotation, basically clear high stagger into Celestial Brew, and then just like it's always been, keg smash and spinning crane kick, and I think blackout kick. Let's see. Which one is it? Ba-ba-bam-bam-bam. Where's Celestial Brew? Yeah. Okay, it doesn't say. But Keg Smash, I believe Keg Smash and Blackout Kick, or just Keg Smash, reduces the cooldown of your brews, right? So let me just do this. Let me see something. Okay, so Tiger Palm, Keg Smash. Those are the two that reduce the cooldown of your brews. So you just want to, as soon as you use your Celestial Brew, you're wanting to reset that cooldown as fast as you possibly can, right? Like, so like I just used it, just Blackout Strike, or not Blackout Strike, Tiger Palm, Keg Smash, and it'll reduce the cooldown of your brew. Another cool thing that was added to Brewmaster and Shadowlands is they redid Zen Meditation. So now Zen Meditation is a really, really massive DR. It's on a long cooldown, so you got to be careful when you use it. But the thing is because this is a kite meta, the way that they did it is you can now channel Zen Meditation while moving. So you're taking 60% reduced damage while you're moving and running away, which is really, really nice in this meta. It makes it to where if you're low and you don't have any buttons, you can just Zen Meditation or run away, and you should be able to live, and your healer should be able to keep you up while you wait for buttons to come back. So that's a really cool thing. Another really cool little outplay thing that you can do with Brewmaster is Clash. So this button is so much fun to press, right? You can do a lot of really cool stuff with it. So what it does is you and the target charge to each other, meeting halfway, rooting all other targets within 6 yards for 4 seconds. Okay, so you can do stuff like, you can do as soon as you run into a pack, you can just go boom, and it roots everything. Now everything's nice and rooted. You can do stuff like, say this is a caster. This guy's a caster. You don't have any stops. Your team doesn't have any stops. All the kicks are down. You can roll away and then clash while he's casting, and it'll pull the caster to you and interrupt his cast. So it's like a mini death grip for Brewmaster. So you do a lot of really cool stuff with this, man. It's just another really cool little mobility thing that you can do with a monk, right? So like say, yeah, that's the caster. You're just, oh no, all of our kicks are down. You can just roll away, clash, and it will pull it to you and interrupt his cast. So that's really, really good. Stat priority, we can go over really quick, but all tanks are pretty much the same. You just want haste burst, versatility. That's all you want as a tank. Burst, and more burst. I would say burst, haste, mastery, crit. That would be my stat priority. But you just want to stack as much burst as possible. I would always go for haste next, just because haste as a tank just feels really, really nice. So after you get your burst, you really just want to focus on your haste, because having haste as a tank is just really, really, really nice. Legendary you should be using, one and only legendary, is Stormhouse / Keg. There's no other legendary for Brew. Use it. Don't make anything else. Just use it. It's the best. Nothing's better. Only use it. And that's pretty much it. This is just a real basic guide. I'm Kyrian right now. I'm not going to go over any combatant stuff because, like I said, I'm going to be playing around with it for the next couple months. But as of right now, I am super stoked to be going back and playing my main class of Monk. It's really something I'm super looking forward to. So if you come by my stream, all the links and stuff will be in the description. Thanks to the boy Foxer. And yeah, you'll see Monk gameplay. You'll see Thass going back to his main. It's what I played for 2 years straight, a disgusting amount of time, and I'm really excited to go back. So if you have any questions, just come by the stream. I'm happy to ask. Peace.